my name is Joy and welcome to my channel. Come with me as I spend the first few days in Tokyo as part of my 2.5-week trip to Japan. I'll show you all the activities I get up to, the neighbourhoods I visit and what I eat. So without further ado, let's get into it.
If you are visiting Japan, we hope you enjoy your stay. And of course, for those of you returning, welcome home. From all of us on board, thank you and good night.
So here's the little entrance. Now, most Tokyo hotel rooms are pretty small, but this had a nice shower, good pressure, and a nice deep bathtub. Highlight of the hotel room is the bidet, of course. I miss it every day. Then we just have a simple sink setup, mirror setup, this cute little light and foldable table. They also had some really nice green tea actually, and a kettle, and a small TV which we didn't even use because really we're out and about all day. This view is absolutely stunning. I'll show you later. One of my favorite things is when a hotel provides these pajamas, and they were actually pretty comfortable. Looking a little rough after 10 hours of flying. But before we get settled in for the night, we're going to go to the Lawson downstairs and get some snacks. And then hopefully get a good night's rest and have the first full day in Tokyo. First 7-Eleven haul. Grilled salmon onigiri. Ida jelly. And vitamin C drink so I don't get sick. The trick is with these, you gotta follow the rules to open it. I've seen people say that they take this when they feel sick. And this one has collagen, skincare, and vitamins.
Yeah. Ooh. A bit of zest.
It's like really strong lemon.
That one's like,
Oh, not a fan of that taste. It's got that really like vitamin taste. Not sure what I was expecting, maybe like grape or lime. It's kind of growing on me actually. Yeah, once you get over that initial vitamin taste, actually not bad. Tastes lime-like. Alright, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm gonna do my skincare, have a really long hot shower, hopefully get a good night's rest, ready for a full day in Tokyo tomorrow. Good morning from Tokyo. It is our first full day and also the first full day of the cherry blossoms. We're so lucky to have timed it right and I'm so excited to get my first glimpse of the cherry blossoms. We're staying in OMO 5 in Gotanda, which we picked just because it's closer to the Yamanote line, and also it's a little bit further down from Meguro River, which is kind of like the touristy spot where you would see all like the postcards and promotions with the cherry blossoms kind of like cascading over the river. We haven't really planned for the first day. We haven't planned anything for the first day just because we just wanted to get like a lay of the land and get a little bit lost. We're just about to head out for breakfast now to a place called Nakao. It's this diner chain where they serve like really simple, affordable meals, but they actually taste really good. And we've been to this particular chain a few times before in the past, and it's just like a really good way to get the day started because a lot of the places don't really open till 10 or 11 a.m. in Japan. Then after that, we're going to do some clothes shopping in Uniqlo and Shimokitazawa. Purposely didn't bring enough clothes just so I can, do a bit of clothes shopping. Hopefully along the way we can find some cute coffee shops to go to. I've saved like over 100 places in my Google Maps, so trust that any area that we walk across, there's probably going to be a couple of places that I want to go there. So without further ado, let's go. So the first place we went to was Shimokitazawa, which is a neighbourhood known for its variety of vintage and thrift stores. Got here around 10:30 a.m, which is I think a good time to go as most of the shops open around 10 or 11 a.m. It was quite peaceful just walking through this neighbourhood and browsing. I was on the lookout for a leather jacket. Fortunately, nothing really caught my eye on this day, though I do kind of regret not picking up one of these cute rings on display. Now, unlike most thrift stores in Australia, Japan's thrift stores are highly curated and very clean. So if you're someone that enjoys this kind of thing, I would definitely recommend making a stop here.
You said you wanted room for it.
Right, so we just finished up at Gyukatsu Motomura. Waited about 45 minutes, which is a long time to wait in a line, but it was definitely worth it. It was just as good as I remember, and I'd probably give it a solid like 8 out of 10. The stuff was really nice. You could like grill your own meats to how your preferences is. 3,200 yen each, and you got like 195 grams of meat. So I think it's really good value, and the food came out so quick because you get to like order your food while you're in the line. So we literally had sat down for 15 seconds and like our food had already arrived. So if you're ever in Tokyo, I would recommend that you go and get that. Then from Shibuya, we decided to walk to the Kiddieland store in Harajuku, where they sell cute plushies and other merchandise. But honestly, it was a little bit too overwhelming and busy in there, so unfortunately, I didn't end up browsing for too long. Then we ended the afternoon just walking around Shibuya and Harajuku area, taking it all in as the sun sets. that is day one, done and dusted. Done 18,000 steps. We explored shimokitazawa and also went over to Shibuya, and then from there we walked to Harajuku. It was very, very busy. We didn't realize it, but we caught the train back to the hotel at around peak hour time, so that was a little bit hectic. We just had an early dinner at one of the restaurants downstairs at the hotel. Luckily it's so close by because I knew that as soon as I went back to the room, I did not want to come back out. On the way back to the hotel, we stopped by one of the local chemists and I picked up a couple of things. So I got a couple of face masks to try while I'm here. One of my holy grail products, I've actually run out of this one at home, so I just bought this one to use while I'm here. I'm gonna get like the bigger packet, the refill packet, tax-free at some point, but I just wanted to have like a couple of basics ready. Got some BRA sunscreen, of course. I'm probably gonna get more of these. And a little bubble bath to try tonight. Also got this trial pack of shampoo and conditioner. The hair mask that everyone's talking about. I'm gonna try it, and if it's good, maybe I'll buy some more. The and honey hair oil and a conditioner from Naturi Hatamuki brand, and it came with this cute little thing, so I'm wondering what's inside there. Maybe it's like a travel container, but yeah. And that's it for day one. We're about to get the first glimpses of some cherry blossoms. They're only just starting to come out. Hopefully when I come back in a week's time, they're all going to be fully bloomed. Okay, so now we are gonna go to Fuglen, which is a coffee shop which I have had saved in my Google Maps for a little while. And I think along that road there's another couple of cute cafes that we want to try and visit. So let's go. You want to read it? Sure. Thanks. Supreme Coffee also had this cute rooftop level. It was nice to people watching the neighbourhood from a different perspective. So we booked an omakase lunch in Shibuya, and it was a bit tricky to find it as it was on the 10th floor of a nondescript building. Nevertheless, we made it with 15 minutes to spare. And off the top of my head, it was around 60 to 70 Australian dollars for this meal. So what you just saw there, we just had some clam soup to start off with. And this first platter is made up of seared tuna with like a mustard kind of sauce, some pickled vegetables, tuna tartare and cream cheese, and some other fish dish. I don't know what the name was, but I don't know, it was good anyway. That's what I like about omakase. You kind of just get a surprise and get to try all different types of stuff. The staff spoke a little bit of English, but I didn't mind, to be honest. I was just happy to be there, and they were very accommodating of us. And what I learned while working at a sushi restaurant in my early 20s is that when you have a plate of sushi in front of you, you're meant to start off with like the least fatty or the more simpler type of sushi, and then move towards the fattier or richer flavors. So here we had squid, kingfish, sea bream, and fatty tuna at the end. This was a fun little dish. I was clearly shook. So we have some salmon roe, uni, which is sea urchin, caviar, and a little gold leaf. So yummy. Then we had more sushi, which was seared prawn, clam, and tuna. Here is what's called a chawanmushi, and it's kind of like a savory steamed egg custard dish, and this particular one had crab and I believe a little bit of truffle on the top there. Then to finish off, we had some miso soup, a couple more sushi, and a tamago for a sweet finish. So our last stop for the day is Rikoko Record Cafe. You can choose from a range of old and new records. They had Japanese, English, and even K-pop. As someone who has been obsessed with music for most of my life, I really enjoyed this experience. You know, the act of listening to music as the main focus as opposed to how we use music a lot today, which is often as an accompaniment to an activity. Well, neither is better than the other, but I think consuming music in this way just helps you to appreciate all the different nuances and connect with the artists and the music on a deeper level. I definitely need to do this more often in my day-to-day life. Now, my fellow millennials will understand this, but one of my favorite things to do growing up as a kid was reading the CD booklet and reading along to the lyrics. I'm always curious about the song credits and, you know, how many people work together to make this piece of work. So we ended up picking out 2 records to listen to, Sabrina Carpenter's Emails I Can't Send and a Nujabes album called Second Collections. If you're into instrumental mixes with hip hop and jazz elements, I would definitely recommend Nujabes. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on the first 48 hours in Tokyo. Stay tuned for more Japan vlogs to come, where I'll be heading to Kyoto and Uji.